fuck you talking about? Slick been stacking paper, unique coins from out your couch. I just fucked your baby mama on my daily route. Then I went and hit the bank and I put down a large amount. Ayy, best ever, global trendsetter. 10 rack for my fit, another 10 from my investor.
What's up, everybody? Once again, I'm Kevin Mumphrey with Win Radio. We're doing another artist spotlight. Today, we're talking to Austin Wise. How are you doing today?
Man, I'm doing fantastic, man. Thank you for having me.
Great to have you. So, where did your journey in music begin?
So I'm from a very family. My dad played gospel, country, and bluegrass growing up. My uncle it still is a country rock artist. You know, not really anything known, but just I grew up around it. My journey with music began at like 6 when I just started making songs like for myself to entertain myself. As hip hop goes, it was always around. I started like really getting into that about 10, and then 14 is when I first started like, all right, I want to write. I actually want to kind of do this. And I was recording and stuff like that. My friends like, you know, recording with a sock over the microphone in my friend's apartment, you know what I mean, in his mom's house. So I mean, kind of all over, but 14 really when I was like, all right, let's get to work. Let's go after it.
So, let's kind
Let's
of get
really
back
go
to
after
the
it.
10-year-old you when you were like, what were you listening to at 10?
Man, so I had a neighbor who was 16. I had a neighbor who was 16 and like the coolest person ever to me. I didn't have a big brother, but I had like him. So, and he was just super in like 3-6 and just that 04, 05, 06 Southern hip hop. You know what I mean? That T.I.,
Yeah.
Luda, um, Jibs. Oh my God, Jibs. um,
Oh, I haven't
Grand
heard that name in a
Champa.
while.
Right. The first song I ever remember like really like freestyling to was Chain Hang Low, like as a kid. Yeah, just obsessed with that whole era and sound. Like, yeah, is when it really kind of started happening. Like, dude, 3-6 for sure all the time. Like, should not have been listening to 3-6 at such a young
I was
age.
about to say that you listen to everything
should
that a 10-year-old
not,
should not have been
should
listening to.
not be listening. No, like he just like mom would be like, you can't listen to that. I go, yeah, you're right. And then I would leave and go hang out with him, and he would be nothing but bumping that stuff. Dude, I'll never forget the first time I heard "Pop in My Collar." I will not forget that. I remember it vividly because he had just got a 215 like subs in the back of his truck, and that was the song they tested it on.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was
So, and
perfect.
we're in like this garage, and it comes, that. Oh my God! Yeah, to this day, I still love, yeah, that whole sound and era is like right here. You know what I mean? Just super into it.
So you remember the first rap that you
Oh,
wrote?
I don't know if I necessarily remember. The first one I wrote, man. Oh my God, the first one I wrote seriously, I was like 13 or 14, and it was to express yourself by if I remember correctly.
Wait, the
That
NWA?
instrumental was like the first one I said. I was like, all right, we're gonna make it express yourself by NWA.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Was not expecting that.
Yo, dude, yeah, like, yeah, no. I mean, I freestyled for like I figured out I could freestyle like 10. That's all I did for a long time. Like I didn't write. I just would listen to instrumentals and beats and make my own stuff because it was just fun. It was just a lot of fun. But the first time I really like started to really try to write, when I learned I had like a thing for writing, was the first one I remember vividly like writing to vividly.
Now, do you feel
I
like
I think
your
it.
best
Go ahead.
do you feel like some of your best stuff comes from freestyle or from writing at this point?
I think it. Yeah, man. A lot of times, some of my like I'll hear an instrumental and I'll freestyle will end up being the hook or maybe like the first couple lines of the verse, and then I'll go, oh, wait a minute, that's really good, and then we'll just hone in and just write something out of that. I've definitely spit freestyles that, oh man, like that impressed me. That impressed me. Like, yo, why couldn't I have wrote this? Why couldn't I have like put this on paper? Now I just have this verse I just gave this incredible verse to the world, essentially to the universe, and I'm gonna forget it in 10 seconds. So it kind of goes both ways, man. I've definitely sat down and wrote some incredible stuff. Usually, for the most part, it's You catch that, you hear that beat, you catch the vibe, some of the melody, something just kind of that something happens, and you're just like, oh, this pops up. All right, we got to make something with this. So it's very much both, but I would say a lot of my best stuff is freestyle. Long-winded answer, freestyle.
So is it more of a preference for you to freestyle, or do you like prefer to write?
I write every day. I consider myself a writer just as much as I consider myself a freestyle, but I write every day. I put like 16 to the page at least once every day, at the bare minimum 16. But freestyling is just natural. Freestyling is like breathing air, water. You know what I mean? I had to learn how to write. I had to teach myself how to write because when you're freestyling, it doesn't matter. There's no structure. You're just creating. You're just going. But when you put stuff to paper, there's a little bit more thought to it. I would like to imagine, and you can correct yourself. You can mold on like a line. You say, "Oh, this line's cool, but how can I make it cooler?" Whereas if you're freestyling, you say that line once and that's it. You know what I mean? Um, but the freestyle is like natural. You know what I mean? That was something that took no time at all to figure out. It took a while to get good at it, but just to
Oh, I can
understand what I need to
imagine.
do, writing took the most. Yeah, like writing took the most time. And what was hard for me also is like a lot of people when I'm like talking to other rappers, I didn't grow up around other rappers at all. Like there was no other kids in my school, no older person that was like, looking like, yo, you're all right. You know what I mean? I didn't have that. I was just super into rap and I would just to myself all day long or in my notepad all day long and would just practice, practice all the
Now, do you
time.
think not having like other people that were rapping around you at the time when you was kind of developing yourself, do you think
Mhm.
that was a hindrance, or was it in kind of an aid for you?
I think about that a lot. I honestly, I think about that a lot. I really do think about that a lot because I don't because yeah, it would have been nice to have someone older that or like my like that had the same passion as me pushing me and helping me do that thing, but also like it gave me just you know what I mean, like I didn't get influenced. I got to just what I liked and what I wanted to make. I got to sit in and develop in and hone in on. So there wasn't like anyone tell me, oh, that's whack or oh, that's good. It was, oh, I think this is cool. So I'm gonna keep doing this. But I mean, I don't know. I talked to my friends who grew up with other rappers around them and who grew up like going to school and having like freestyles in the lunchroom or whatever, like those sessions that are not necessarily sessions, those
Yeah,
things. Not having that, you know, definitely wasn't ideal, wasn't fun. I would have liked to have had people around me that rap.
of
It would
course.
have been, but at the end of the day, like I do appreciate it that I got to sit around and be by myself and really work on it. I do appreciate that. Because it made me, I got to develop my own little thing. I got to be influenced by what I wanted to be influenced by and take from what I wanted to take from. And yeah, I
Now,
got that's a good thing from it.
like again, you weren't around other people who were rappers, but like artists that were big at the time were also around the South. So, you have,
Absolutely.
you got 3-6 there in Memphis. That's just few hour
Yeah.
drive away. And most of the artists that were big in the South were like, I mean,
hmm
Atlanta. You even
Yeah.
had, I think, even that David Banner from Mississippi. So, do you
Mississippi,
think
you
was
had
that would kind of like had all these like major artists? When the South kind of at your time when you was becoming an artist, you had pretty much the big artists in the South. So, was that kind? You think that would have been a motivator for you? As
absolutely. Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, like to this, there's Southern rappers like early Ti. You can't go wrong with that early Ti. Project Pat is probably the most influential rapper from the South in terms of like how everyone's style goes. You can't
yeah,
like you can go to you listen to any Project Pat song, you can hear it 10 million other artists doing the same thing. Um, yeah, man, like that Atlanta sound, that just that. Oh my God, I had like so many mixtapes, like early Gangsta Grills mixtapes, like like all on my cousin hooked me up with all of this like southern music. So yeah, it definitely motivated the crap out of me. Definitely motivated the shit out of me. Hearing I grew up pretty modestly, pretty not like dirt poor, but poor. Like I had friends who had less than me, but like we didn't have a lot to begin with. And hearing someone just go, "Yeah, I came for nothing," also, and I made something for myself. Overcame these things, motivated the shit out of me. Like just, just gave me a confidence in myself that I didn't get from anything else. I played sports. I didn't get confident from that. I played sports. I did everything I could, but this is the like that music gave me like I connected to other people. I connected to someone tell their someone's story, and it made me feel like okay, I'm going like I understood my position in life pretty young. Like I knew like there was kids who were gonna have more than me, and there was a lot of kids who had a lot more opportunities, chances. Got to do things that I couldn't do because we just couldn't afford to do it. So, but hearing someone go, yeah, 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 that happened to me too, but I still made it out and still made it through. For a 10-year-old, 11-year-old kid, like going through it, it meant everything. It meant everything hearing those guys talk about like, and it's obviously like a different world. I can't act like I can't act like I relate to everything Ti says, or especially early Ti says.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't act like I do. I'm not gonna lie about it. Like I can hear a song and just I can hear a song about getting motivation and still get the same like feel that I'm gonna connect. I'm gonna feel motivated. I'm gonna feel excited and ready to go and go after whatever because of that. Like it's everything to me.
Now, as we kind of wrap things up, can you tell us like first of all where to find you on your socials and what projects you have coming out?
Word, yeah. So you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, everything at it's Austin Wise. You can find me everywhere. You can follow me through my website. My website launched today at thelifeofwise.com. You can follow me on that. Let's see. June 10th, I've got a duo EP coming out with one of my personal favorite rappers in life. And just a really good friend of mine. His name is Tayway. He's a North Nashville original, Dodge City Projects. You know. We're coming together, doing this duo EP, all entirely produced by my friend Grass Kingdoms. It's called Super Bowl '99, and it's inspired by like just we came together, we put this like good 5-song EP together, and it's going to be really good. We have the new single that just dropped. We just filmed the music video for it Sunday. After that, in August, I haven't announced the title of it yet, but I got a solo EP coming out, and then probably going to have another solo EP coming out in late November, early December.
All
Yeah.
right, Austin, thank you for taking time out to speak with us today, and I hope for
Oh,
much success.
thank you for having me, man. I really appreciate it.
I am
Thank
once
you,
again
Kevin. I really do.
Kevin. Yeah, thank you. I'm once again Kevin Mumford with Win Radio, and we out.